Generating traffic on Google becomes a lot harder than it used to be 5 or 6 years ago, just because it becomes such a competitive landscape no matter what kind of business you have. And a lot more people are trying to actually work on their SEO because they understand the importance. Cashier. Hey. Beam. Especially with our lovely Google that rolls out updates so often that it honestly becomes crazy difficult to stay on top of everything and trying to update and tweak little things all the time. So in this video, we'll be talking about a few tips that can help you with generating that quality traffic without necessarily ranking #1 on search. And if you still think that sounds unreal, watch till the end of the video. The very first thing to look at is how catchy or powerful your titles are. Page titles is what Google will be using to create a clickable part, and you have to be sure it directly aligns with the content of the page. Try to keep your headlines short and precise, and the best practice here is usually to keep them anywhere from 15 to 40 characters long. It is also great to set up your headlines as questions because, let's be honest, majority of the times people come to Google for answers. They have a specific question that needs to be answered, and you're here to help them out with your page, with your website, with your content. And by setting up your page titles as questions can help you align with the user's initial query with the answer, and they will eventually go and click on your page and not somebody else's. So to find suitable question, I recommend you to definitely utilize a few tools, a few areas to find out what is the exact wording, questions that people are asking, instead of just you coming up with them on your own. And the first one of the easiest ones, is whenever you type something into Google, one of the search features that they have there right now is people also ask. That's one of the ways where you can actually get a list of questions that people are asking. And as you keep scrolling, you can get more and more questions that you can utilize as your headlines. The other really great one is all of the different keyword research tools or SEO platforms like Ubersuggest, Keywords Everywhere, SEMrush, Moz, Ahrefs, all of those platforms. Majority of them do have a free version as well, so you don't necessarily have to pay for it. But something personally I like them for is not only that they give you a list of those questions, but they also provide the metrics like volume and keyword difficulty that can help you with making the decision on which are the most popular questions and which ones will be actually easier for you to rank for. Answer the Public is another good one. Obviously, it's not going to show you all of the great SEO metrics, but it's still a good one if you're just in the process of creating your headlines. So try not wasting a lot of time doing the research in your head or trying to come up with questions that you think people are searching for, because it can be completely different and you're just keeping yourself away from getting that quality traffic. So there is not necessarily a right way of coming up with titles, but something that I would say is critical no matter what you decide to do is measuring your results. Even if it's a matter of you creating a simple spreadsheet, listing out all of the different variations of page titles, the traffic that you get, and maybe like measuring it on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. That way you can see the exact data, the exact numbers that tell you a story about the effectiveness of your page titles. So hopefully by now you have a few ideas for your future page titles. But what is next? Right. Meta descriptions. So meta descriptions are a lot of the times used by Google to give a description of a page under your title. It is proven that a well-written meta description increases organic traffic and the clickability. So your job here is, in a very precise and clear manner, describe what the user will see when he clicks on your page. And I like to think of a meta description and the title too of like a short movie trailer, right? You have to intrigue the user by a few words, by a few questions to come to your page and not somebody else's. It has to intrigue them, it has to interest them, so the person actually ends up going to a movie theater. In your case, you have to interest them so much that they actually end up going to your website. The best practices for writing meta descriptions is keeping them around 3 sentences long, definitely including your targeted keywords and maybe a few synonyms that you can come up with. Also, please be cognizant about keyword stuffing because Google is smart enough to notice that you're trying to rank for a keyword and you're putting it everywhere, and this is definitely not a great practice. Even though you do want to include your keywords, still make sure your content sounds natural and easy to read for the users. And the same logic applies here with the questions. So if you can include a few questions to your meta description that aligns with your content, includes your targeted keyword, that can definitely help you with the click-through rate and the organic traffic. And the last area that I want to cover will be content. But we're not going to be talking about creating quality content on a regular basis, even though you should be doing that too. But I want to specifically talk about byline dates. It might sound a little bit foreign to you, but I'm pretty sure you've seen it at some point before. Google usually shows byline dates next to the content that needs to be updated. And as a user myself, and you probably find yourself doing that too, when you are scrolling on Google, you are looking for blogs, for pages that are the most recent. Yes, it will depend on the search that you're doing, but for the most part, you will be clicking on the recent pages first. So what Google does here is it grabs the dates directly from your page. And if let's say you have multiple dates listed on a page, it will just grab the most recent one. To make sure Google isn't doing any guesswork with your pages and with your content, just display your dates in a very clear manner and listed once. I will also attach a quick resource in the description below about the best practices for byline dates that Google actually lists out. So if that's something that you want to work on, definitely check it out. All right, and if you ask me, Anna, I have a ton of content. It will take me years and years to go through each page and fix the dates. And that's totally fine. What you can do here is start creating a list of different pages and blogs that perform the best currently on your website, whether in terms of the conversions that you get or just the overall organic traffic. And you can also utilize your Google Search Console to get a list of those. And this is something that I do need to mention. Don't just go ahead and change up the dates and think that Google will consider your content new content, fresh and updated. It's not going to work that way. There is no way you're going to outsmart Google here. So try to actually go in, look at your content, whether it's best performing pages or not, and update the content regularly. These were the top 3 areas that I wanted to cover with you, the page titles, meta descriptions, and byline dates that no matter when you're working on SEO, they will never go out of date. And at least for now, this is how people are searching online and deciding what they want to click on. Please share in the comments below a few tips or workflows that you currently have and that help you with increasing your rank. Let's help each other out here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video.